these anti-mages that they always relied on. I really like the way that they're playing.
What do you think is changing the most? Like, is it just that difference in draft, or is it the playstyle too?
I mean, difference in draft will also like impact the playstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, in which ways do you think is the most? Because obviously, it felt like their team fight and their communication was certainly there in that first game.
Это нереальная дота, просто фантастика.
I would say it's probably more so the playstyle, and now I don't know if that's because Resolution there now. But honestly, like I said, I'm gonna go. I don't know if I have to say, but I arrived here with Resolution.
Did you?
We were on the same flight, and he said he would not be dirty Dawnbreaker. He literally said that in the lobby. He said he will never play the hero.
Yeah, well, he is, and he might be paying for his sins.
Or not, because he's a Dawnbreaker.
Rezo, well, he'll survive. He doesn't have a Celestial Hammer to run, so he's going to take a lot of damage. And by a lot, I mean about 50%, right on the...
30 seconds to battle.
About 3 tangles.
Yeah.
But a lot of mana used also.
It's completely different from what we saw, and I know I've gone back to it a couple times already. Gone back to the well. Chinese DPC, it felt like every safe lane had somebody who could sustain.
Yeah.
It was the Wyverns of the matchup. It was anybody who can give you heal. Treant was a very big pick in that.
The battle begins for good and all.
Block was every game.
Chen can sort of do the same thing. Not to the same degree, of course, but I will have to see what his skills. Like, he probably won't be.
The lesson for you
Holy
is
Persuasion is a
never
must-have
try.
with Aura, but he bought a headrest anyway, so very happy in the Bloodseeker. And Bloodseeker in general is really hard.
Yeah. So, I ask you this question a lot. Does mid look like a one-sided matchup here?
They both should be farming. Like, Ember against Zeus is much harder to play as Ember, but Void Spirit can. Then you have already a good answer against Zeus, actually. Nice Jackal. Yeah, from.
Yeah, he is looking like he's just gonna drop. Second highest base damage of the game. Shadow Shaman getting that first blood.
And Dawnbreaker.
That is quite the interesting combo, especially once that level 2 comes around. The Starbreaker addition and the Ether Shock potentially being the extra damage pumped into it too.
Yeah, this is also the strength of the last big Shaman episode, right? Because they know that safe lane has 0 ways to stop that shackle. Whoever's getting shackled, he's gonna get stopped. Breaker?
Yeah, Starbroken.
No.
Starbreaker sounds even worse. Or worse-er. Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Better. We're coming up with some new words here. Broadcast.
Evolving the language.
We're trying to do our best. We see the Visage, which is something you really loved in the Chinese.
Yeah. It's also one of.
Right.
Like, when he played in bad, last player, like they picked his carry Visage game major. Back of his. I think I done this game, but last game his Prophet got shot quite handily.
Right. Not entirely to his own fault.
Oh no. Right.
We'll see how that lane ends up going. We start taking a long glance at what we're seeing in probably the most contested lane top, right?
Yeah. Top lane should be the lane to look at.
Yeah.
Nothing should be lane. Like Bloodseeker can't get 3 heroes on the lane. At the same time, they can't be. Shouldn't be able to kill a tiny other. Nine's getting quite low though.
Hex Shackle up top, and they have the Starbreaker to follow it. Get her low, right clicks in. That's with another kill.
It's nasty. Like, if you cannot cancel that shackle, there's nothing you can do.
Can you leave Visage by himself bottom to have Tiny be here?
Nah, he's going to get an upgrade. Visage is a laner by himself. If you leave him, I think you need to make sure the game pace setup.
And then just have the Jug kind of bounce back.
Yeah.
That's something, it's kind of what they did in the last game. It's a lot of pressure to put on the one, and if you don't control the entirety of the map, we saw, you know, they go after Skitter, they make sure his game and his items, his timings are longer and longer and non-existent. Shackle again, Celestial Hammer. Snake King in some trouble. They've got the Hex to follow it up, and there's a third in the top lane. There's nothing to beat that.
Yeah.
My thrift rewarded.
Honestly, like if you're looking at the Shaman pick, honestly, like the last pick, usually picking the support last is very something not a lot of teams would do, right?
Right.
But you can really see why they did it here. Like, no shackle cancel. They didn't really have the most building damage either, so the Shaman wards are going to be doing a whole lot for them. Yeah, I like it a lot.
That lane feels disgustingly free.
Yeah. He is into his soul ring already, pretty much on the courier. Once that's out, mana should never be an issue again. And it's really hard to kill Shaman too if you can't cancel the shackle, because of course there's this like 130 HP heal he also gets. Yeah, if they don't stop the bleeding, top can get pretty rough, especially with Zeus level 6 soon, which he just reached. So Thunder Gods is up. We should be seeing the side lanes play a whole lot more aggressively soon.
Might even just go for Skitter again if they're not too careful here in the top lane for Tundra. Bottom lane has okay, but yeah, there it is. Top Starbreaker. They've got Thunder God's Wrath, and they get another kill. They'll take him out. So it's on a killing spree. 4-4. But he's 3-0-1. And bottom lane too, Dahak just taking some damage. It's not been fun, that's for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Side of
attack.
Tundra.
There's also something in this game we didn't really speak about, right? Like it's a super old school combo, Zeus Bloodseeker. You pop that ult at the beginning of a fight, Bloodseeker just runs at 500-600 MS.
Balance, you know.
Naturally. She's actually grabbing the enemy bounty room. He's like, you didn't take it, so I will, thank you very much.
That would be.
Didn't see rotation top though.
My bottle appreciate.
And now that's where our lovely RNG is. Gonna be top or bottom, B-Cop.
We'll see.
I think
Is Vine even gonna survive this? Shackle, who do you have to stop it? Nobody. Well, maybe Soxa, but he wasn't there. He wasn't involved. It's 5-0 secret.
He got very greedy there, like on 9. He didn't want them to get the rune top because Soxa was protecting the bot rune.
Oh,
he actually gonna get the arcane rune
He
too.
does still get the root.
And if he's allowed to keep it for a while, he'll be able to have a Thunder God's Wrath arcane.
Celestial Hammer and a
he just
solo
killed
kill
him.
for resolution.
Yeah, I just hand away with my camera. I was like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen there.
It's still trying to get the kill up top, as 9 with the Astral Step does finally put them on the board. But that costs 9 going top. You lose your Jug for the 3rd time. Things have just opened up for Secret.
Yeah. Shadow Shaman almost level 5 is going to be level 3 Shackle. And we've already seen how many problems caused.
Dire's middle tower.
He won't be
is
able to
under
use the
attack.
Arcane Move for the Thunder God's Wrath quite. Like it won't really match up the timing. Just use it to farm a little bit more efficiently. He does have dive.
He's committing. And Snake King, he'll die to the Solar Guardian drop down. They've got the Taunt, got it off, but the Hawk TP's in. He's only level 4. Starbreaker pops him up into the air. They've got the Arc Lightning. Soul Assumption does nothing. And Nisha just TP's away.
He has ult,
Uh-oh.
And he knows it. Bam. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Oh, the
Do it now.
Keeper cloak. He's not sure if he's going to kill him or not.
Oh no. Doesn't commit to it. Back over mid. They're going to look for Soxa. He's kind of low. And they did actually use the Thunder God's Wrath, but at that point, Dahak was already back in the base. They get the kill there onto the Tiny. They look over at Puppey to try and double the kill score, but Puppey hides the trees away from the team. They've got the Shackle. Celestial Hammer! Is Puppey going to survive? Yes, he will, and here they come. Secret turning it all around. They get the kill to Snake King. They'll take out 9, and well, they went from 9 to 10 to 1.
Yeah, that is a big problem. Again, like, the Vintage isn't really having much of a game at all. He has to defend the middle to mitigate the damage. No, unfortunately not. 9 died twice. Speeder died 3 times already.
Glow around the tower's
It's
middle
looking
tower
real
is
rough,
under
real
attack.
rough. Like, new secret was real scary. Whatever they talked about after the DPC, like when it comes to drafting and playstyle, it's obviously working out for them. But they used to be a much more defensive team. Now they're putting on the aggression. I like it. I like it a lot.
Some good offense.
Wait, he has a Midas queued up on Juggernaut. Like, that's something you see in pub games usually, you know? He like died 3 times in lane. Did we speak about it on the bus?
You were talking to Seb about it.
He's like,
my safe laner dies 3 times, and he gets a Midas.
But he also said the Jack is going to win this game. That's what usually happens in his games.
Well, I don't know if he'd agree if he did see the
I'm not going anywhere.
the Midas getting queued up. I like the live opinion.
And there was also a great juke for Puppy.
Look at this. Just Shackle, Puppy, survive, start Breaker. But while that's happening, Snaking, he's dead again.
5k lead in 9 minutes.
0-5 and 0. I mean, this is absurd.
So last game, the draft looked rough, but the goal advantage was always very, very even, right? There wasn't really much of an advantage at all. But now, they are snowballing hard on all of these heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Thundergod's is back off cooldown, so the next team fight could just be around the corner. Solar Guardian too. It's such a nasty combination too, right? Bloodseeker plus
Radiant's middle tower is
Dawnbreaker.
under
Raptor
attack.
someone, they want to
That's
TP.
not gonna hold.
Dawnbreaker bomb.
Circle, circle.
Nova
Blood Ray.
circles. Snaking is soaking speed. Oh, they saw him.
Yeah, Thunder God's Wrath, Celestial Hammer, Icarus dive away with the Sun Ray, but Snake King is off the map. So
And he's back.
now he's back.
Who's gonna get the kill? Nobody wants
Fighting
it.
for it.
Resolution takes it.
Got it.
Oh,
He should have no mana. He does have a sip, but you gotta save that for a precise moment. That Estus blast.
the Dire's
Yeah.
top tower is
Yeah,
doing
okay,
its
yeah,
best,
let's
but
fight.
it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Can't waste it.
Dire's top tower has fallen in battle. The Radiant's
Want to
bottom
just
tower
sip
has
at any
seen better
time.
days.
Sometimes you accidentally press the button twice.
And the panel spoke about how early on there is not really any answer to the Phoenix, right? But he's having like no game whatsoever. 0-6-0, just reached level 6. And
Serpent wards.
the good old Roshan trick still works. Yeah. Serpent Ward still did a ridiculous amount of damage against Roshan.
Value out of this Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, this pick was actually genius in hindsight, I think about it. Push the lane with it because they had no answer to it.
Crushing the early game. I mean, I wanted to say crush the mid game. But we're 11 minutes into the game, and well, Secret are in their mid game.
Yeah. Going a little bit too quickly for them. Who's going to take the Angel? Zeus is.
Roshan
My
has
old
fallen.
friend Immortality.
Right, he's going to be the more active core, so makes a lot of sense to give it to him.
Radiant's bottom tower
Rezo
is
also
under
in
attack.
the
I feel
dire
sad for
jungle,
them.
farming stacks.
Oh, they
Bottom
fish
lane.
leader, he's low health. Zeus ult could kill him, but he doesn't have it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Bottom
is
lane, the
under
fake hype
attack.
on from the Visage. Well, you know, it
Dire
happens.
structures are fortified, just like me.
Let them know it, chat.
Caught 9.
Shackle's in, and let's see, Solar Guardian that's going to slam down on the same timing that Shackle comes off. And that feels absolutely perfect. It really
If you're a
is
Secret fan.
disgusting.
If you're a Secret fan.
If you're a Secret.
Yeah, otherwise it feels, he got unlucky.
Yeah. I mean, it is a disgusting amount to be able to knock down this Bookbeard again.
I mean, he has got his Midas completed now. It's just, this Juggernaut will not be able to participate in any fight for a long time. Like, I don't even know. Maybe after his Maelstrom, which will be done in like 16, 17 minutes.
Where will they be at that point? It took them 10 minutes to get a 5k lead, 12 minutes is 6k. 4 minutes from now,
Wow.
it could be even more.
I also just noticed 9 went for Boots of Travel. They're going super greed while being really far behind. Like, that is usually a recipe for disaster.
Extra snap feed for Remnant. There's the damage onto the Shadow Shaman, but they've got the Rupture on a 9 as well as the Flutterite. No, he steps out of it. They don't commit just yet. Maybe they're looking for Dahak over bottom. Celestial Hammer, Starbreaker through the ending slam misses. They've got
Who's
one
ult?
familiar, 2 familiars,
No, no.
and just to be out. Maybe they'll get some gold off these familiars.
Oh, they're gonna get 1. Nice stomp. Resummon. Gold for you, no experience for you. But you're still a mental victor.
For sure.
If you have to resummon that without, you know, any, for like no reason, you're always like,
To deny gold.
yeah, real bad. What you really want to do is stun,
Radiant's
stun,
top tower is under
resummon,
attack.
stun. You're like, yeah. But Not for another 2 minutes at least.
It'll be a while. Just looking at the map, trying to see the ways Tundra can open it up.
Well, they're looking for Bloodseeker in the top, but Crystallis, of course, sniffs that out.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world,
senses
being
tingling.
attacked.
Isha,
Drop the ward.
with the help of the Shadow Shaman, Heavenly Jump, Snake King now on the run. Does have Icarus dive in DC, maybe looking to fight it with Supernova, but stepping into this engagement is going to be way tougher than said. As the Icarus dive over, they'll look for the Shadow Shaman. Here come the familiars, but the damage, it's not looking like enough, and instead, Snake King just gets blown apart.
Oh, they also have no birds anymore, both died.
No birds for 52 seconds.
How do they take this next team fight? There is a
Radiant's
mech
middle tower is
plus
under
Hand of
attack.
God. You do not have the damage to take this next team fight whatsoever.
Ability again, the name of the game.
Kind of reminds us of game 1, right?
Rupture,
Don't
9.
follow up though. Yeah, like so reminiscent of game 1 of SDC. Skeeter, oh, I got a blink.
And there's the Solar Guardian with the shackle, no chance to leave. Chance, that's what you got. 30 seconds with no jug.
Skeeter's game feels so impossible at this point.
0-4 and 1.
The Shaman almost has the same network as him.
Yeah.
But really, you have to go back a bit and question the itemization, right? You have this Midas now, you have the boost of travel. You really don't have any way to fight back at all against the aggression you know is going to be coming. They have a Chen, they have a Shadow Shaman, they're not going to stop.
Top tower is under attack.
Could you have even swapped
that's got
lanes
hurt.
to make sure that the shackle wasn't there with the
Radiant's
tiny
middle
top
tower is under
or the
attack.
Phoenix bottom?
It's possible, but they really just wanted to be aggressive with the Visage lane, right? But they had the perfect counter lane. What sucks is if you initiate on...
You're gonna try and go out on Anisha and Aegis. That'll go, but who will fall from Tundra? Or at least right now, it's just gonna be Sox, so the rest of the team will leave. I don't know if... I guess they got the Aegis, but...
It was about to expire anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
What, like 30 seconds left on it?
end up getting away with using the Aegis because it didn't feel like Secret were gonna have to use it at all.
Yeah. Just feels like the lanes are so countered, right? Like you have like this mega pressure lane, but there's more
Coming the way of Tundra, they
Snake
go
King.
after Snake King, and he has just not found himself a place in this game. 0-8 and 1.
Ward
Now they'll
drop.
drop the wards again. Every
Dire's
single
middle
ward
tower
drop
is all alone in the world.
has gotten an
being
object.
attacked.
Yeah.
It has not been wasted. It has not been put in a bad spot at all.
Middle tower is under attack. It has no
They
arms
shouldn't be able to get the tower this too easily though. It's 2 towers up pretty sturdy.
Yeah, but we'll see what it ends up bringing their way. Rezo, looking for the Solar Guardian, not going to get it off with the Familiars. They look for the Aether Remnant. He avoids that. He's on the run.
Oh, that's not
and
good
just
for the Radiant.
very tanky.
He's very tanky, yeah.
innocent courier has
2,100
been
health.
Some animals were harmed in the making of
Gene
this
armor.
battle.
At least they forced out the Hand of God, so they won't have to in the next team fight. One second again.
Yeah, Shackle. And
No, they tossed it in.
Doxa here, but, well, no longer had the Avalanche available, so there was nothing to stop the Shackles from being there on max duration.
The recognition is also so good from the Shaman, right? Like, he knows there's no Avalanche, the only thing he could do is toss. He tried to toss the Phoenix, like, somewhere, but there was no where to really toss it to.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
and
attack.
now a DD Zeus is hitting your tier 2 mid tower. Now,
The Radiant's
that's like
bottom
solving
tower
the wound.
has seen better days.
if a Zeus hits your tower,
Dire's
and he's
middle
also
tower is all
high-fiving,
alone in the world.
he knows I'm like, I'm balling right now.
High Five's got to be
Dire's
like
middle tower now belongs to the Aegis.
BM-ish, a little bit.
What was this sound?
It was the High Five.
After the,
getting
yeah, but like, what is it like a trumpet? Like, it
sad,
sounded really sad.
sad frog.
Really sad.
It could be a trumpet, maybe a French horn. Some music expert's going to tell us it's actually an oboe. I'll
Yeah.
say it's a bassoon.
Bird?
BKB finished off for Resolution.
Now it's the first smoke rotation from Tundra.
You know what's crazy? Crystallis is 0-0 and 0.
Yeah, he's been farming the entire game
Yeah.
pretty much.
He's throwing some ruptures, but that's about it.
Now they're looking for team fights, but they have to be so careful. They might be running into Puppy.
This could be a big issue.
They're running
Again,
into Puppy.
Serpent Ward's committed. They're going to go after Puppy. They've got themselves the Avalanche. Both the Tom Slugger down, but he is tanky. He will survive for the moment. They've got the Rupture. Ingress dive away. That's a style point to get your first kill. They'll look over at Sox to get themselves a second. They'll run after the Tiny. And, well, now it's a
caught 9 as well in the bot lane.
He's in trouble. Sword Guardian comes down with Starbreaker. Zayatsi knows there's nobody here to stop him from having the shackle full duration again. And it's 3 kills across the map. 21 to 2.
You know they're feeling themselves when, while they're fighting, Shaman is already making the decision to TP bottom and catch 9. Obviously, 9's not going to expect that because they're still fighting there.
Yeah.
And, yeah, 3 down again. Skeeter, at least, he has his Maelstrom now, so there's some resemblance of damage. But really not where you want to be.
He's forward, but I don't really know if they can...
Oh, snaking again.
How do you play this aggressively? I just don't think there's any
Shaman is running in.
fathomable way that Secret lose Nisha with the way that Tundra are setting up.
Yeah, and this is so survivable once more. BKB already done in the Bloodseeker. Hand of God Mech. Still available.
Back into the team. They found the Shaman. They use the Omni Slash. That's just for the Shaman. They'll go after the egg. They'll take it the Supernova. They kill the Snaking. They'll look over at Skinner. Skinner's trying to get away, but he no longer has the Blade Fury. And it is Jug going down to Crystallis. Your blood is mine. Crystallis with another kill starting to come alive here.
There was a lot of frustration that they just had to vent out on the Shadow Shaman. What, you killed me? Well, I'll show you what I do with you. But yeah, obviously that trade very favorable for Secret still. Usually you'd say, like, any trade is a good trade if you're this far behind, right? But you really can't afford to lose your Jug anymore.
Yeah, losing the... I think the trade was just the Phoenix for the Shaman. I would have agreed with you, but the second they lose the Jug, the trade is not even close to in the realm of...
Yeah. My question now also is, like...
They might catch 9.
He should be okay. Shaman is nowhere around.
Step in 4 seconds. He's...
Like, if you're a Tundra, right? My question for the rest of the tournament is, you already picked the best heroes of the Hack, but they have been solidly shut down.
Finding snaking again, so that's all over the map. But here comes Soxa. I don't think it's gonna matter. Damage that Resolution did. He's going after the Tiny. They'll look for the Soul Assumption. They'll slow down Rezo, but here comes Crystallis. Astro step in by 9. They want this Rezo Dawnbreaker, but he's so tanky. Starbreaker right down onto the Tiny. They're gonna look over through onto 9. 9, the Void Spirit in trouble. They'll get the kill there onto a second. They'll buy back on the Phoenix. As on the run is the rest of the side of Team Tundra. And well, this is not the look they wanted when they went after 1 or tried to stay snaking. X again, blink forward. Serpent Ward's right by the tier 3 as well as right by Dahak. And they will get another. Secret, just don't stop.
Yeah, and there's Chen Cubes in the base plus Shaman Wards. There could just be a Rex here. And if that's a Rex, you can really.
But it doesn't look good.
You'll maybe Jack can trade for the mid, but it's not even consolation price at that point.
Mid tier 1.
Really do something
Yeah.
about that.
That's not the same.
It's a dire scenario for those top.
Yeah,
You
but
and me are not the same.
it's something. You know, it's something.
I guess.
Radiant's
But
middle
he, can't, he
tower
won't
is
even be able to
under
get that because he's scared of the Shadow Shaman.
Dire's top barracks have fallen. Let there be a moment of
That's a very early Rex.
Avalanche toss.
No damage.
Radiant's middle tower
Takes
is
0
under
damage.
attack.
He has a Mage Slayer on the Dawnbreaker, so
There'll be a moment of
he
silence.
just doesn't take any magic damage whatsoever.
They fall all the way back, you think? They played very conservative game 1.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything else. Just wait for your Shaman cooldown again. Roshan is up. Yep. Or if you win a team fight, just go for the Rex.
Yep.
Looking for Juggernaut. It's just gonna be Dawnbreaker pushing out the lane.
What do you do here? It just feels like every option has been exhausted.
You know,
every option they've had. There's still doors closed, but those doors aren't opening.
you know the saying, right? Like if one door closes, another opens. It's not the case here. Secret shuts them all down.
And they got draft, and then they'll go in with the blink as well as the Hextake. The shackle on a 9. It looks like he was going to go for Soxa, but instead it's that split-second notice that, hey, I've also got 9 in my sights.
He had an Invis rune, so he probably wasn't really aware that we would be able to see him. He's got a +1 on snaking. But yeah, like Shadow Shaman's going absolutely crazy. Like that's how you use the last pick. You know, if you pick a hero last like that, that's the impact you gotta have.
Omni Slash Starbreaker, and that is with the shard, so he had that bit of
doing a goal
immunity. Not gonna, yeah, wow, okay. And
That's
400
a strange manner of
to one here. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. It has no arms to defend itself.
Almost.
What was his streak? Oh, godlike, okay. He was beyond godlike.
Still.
Also, just want to note, this is the second Dawnbreaker we see with double-digit kills. 2 games in a row.
Played a lot different.
Radiant have carved an ace in history. Roshan has fallen.
This time around, Bloodseeker gets the Aegis. Also built into the Manta Cell, of course. It's very strong against the Juggernaut Omni Slash. A nice dispel too. Nisha is almost into the Axe. A lot of pieces are coming together for Secret. But you saw the damage though. The Omni Slash was only level 2, and he 100 to 0 Resolution Stormbreaker.
By himself.
By himself.
When will that happen again?
The big issue is, Juggernaut is pretty hard countered by chain creeps around him. So, if there's a team fight where it's 5v5, it's gonna get a whole lot harder for him to really hit a good Omni Slash. Which is what they're very reliant on right now, right? Like 9, he can't really deal any damage right now. He's pretty
And they've got Saksa, here comes 9, but the rest of the team is starting to form in with the TPs. They've got the Starbreaker, the Magic Community is there to try and keep this Dawnbreaker alive. The right clicks onto the Tiny, now they've got themselves the Shackle, they'll find themselves the Hawk, they've got the help from Nisha. They'll also take out his Courier. Snake King goes down, a Chrysalis over mid!
Yeah.
Every time it feels like it's not just one attack, it's 2. They're looking for 9. Assimilate, Zayat, he's there, Rezo with the kill. I mean, you could change anybody's name on the side of Secret to 7 because they are eating 9.
It's, I don't know, it's an absolutely one-sided game. Like 33 to 4. That is probably the most one-sided game of the tournament. 100%. Like there's actually no way. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
There's no way
is
anything
under
can
attack.
close so far.
Looking like a certified shellacking.
Yep.
Surfing words again, right on the money. They'll go to the Shackle. They'll look to stop it with the Avalanche, but
Timber.
how much are you saving?
Well, that's the second lane of Rex gone. And again, Secret, they don't have anything to lose, you know? Just go back, wait for your next wall cooldowns, play the map like you have.
Here goes the Rax.
Well, it's all about speed. What can you get done in the next team fight?
I really appreciate teams. They're not super conservative to the point where they're losing anything on the map. We've seen teams scared to go high ground, they fall back, they farm, they stay a little too conservative.
Look at the 5-man smoke though.
Secret feels like they're doing the right part.
Yeah. And Tundra knows that, so they're not there trying to force a fight. Get on smoke though, so they don't really want to take the fight anymore.
Fusion's over, and they get baited immediately. That's exactly what they want. The Dots is in again. The blood right down. They go to the Supernova. They're going to kill the Sox, and they will take it out. But they lost the Shadow Shaman very early. They're trying to take away the Supernova. They'll get the kill. They've also taken out Skitter. The buyback comes out from 2. The Hawk on the run. The Nimbus was down. Everything thrown from Secret. But it feels like even without the ults, they can't be stopped. 9. He's getting demolished again, but the save is there. Coming out from Sox, and they go up the Avalanche. They go over each of the right up from the Zeus, but still 9 drops. They go to a Blade Fury. How is Nietzsche alive? They move over to the high ground. He survives it all, and GG is called. They tap out. Secret lose nothing again. How? Every time.
Radiant victory.
It's just, they're an unbreakable force. It's crazy. 40 to 5. Just out of control here for Secret. So one-sided, like you said. I mean,
Yeah.
wow, what a 2-0.
The first game already looked pretty one-sided, but then
That was even
second
more.
game, Secret was like, yeah,